If you want to help support the creation of more abyssal experiences like this one, then you can join my Patreon, where for just $1 a month you can get access to files like this a whole week early, and for $5 a month you can gain access to a whole catalog of exclusive hypnotic experiences not available anywhere else. Lie back, relax, get comfy. I have something to tell you, something that might change your life forever. Just breathe, focus, let your stress wash away. This is a safe space, a happy space. A space where you can just unwind and let it all wash over you. No responsibilities or cares or things to worry about for this time with me and my voice. Just peace and the truths and realities that I will reveal to you. You hear my voice. Feel every word and suggestion. You love it, don't you? You trust it. So just accept it. Suspend your disbelief and your cynicism for a moment and just listen. Follow. Sink. Your mind is much more susceptible to change and transformation than you think. It's true. Even outside of trance, so much of your mindset is influenced by the things around you. Other people, advertisements, schooling, training, culture, they're all forms of conditioning that slowly change the way you think or feel about things. So slow that you sometimes don't even notice it, and you think it's just the way it's always been. Your mind is like clay, and every outside influence is another touch, molding you into something different. And there's nothing wrong with that. We are all the sum of those little molding experiences. That is what determines the shape of our minds, the way we think and act and feel. Trance simply takes the effect of those molding experiences and ramps it up, bypassing that hard outer shell of your consciousness to mold that soft, gooey center of your subconscious. And instead of a single, tiny nudge in the right shape, trance takes that malleable clay form and squashes it, stretches it, squeezes it, and teases it into a particular shape. And it's so good at doing so that you've already been feeling it, slowly starting to work on you. Say it with me. Feel it with me. Squash, stretch, squeeze, tease. Feel your mind molding with it, shaped by trance, putting dents into the hard outline of your psyche, reducing that clear form into something more indistinct, but with so much more potential to be reshaped into something new, something better, go along with it. You don't need to hold the same shape you always have. Over time, all things will gradually change that ball of clay into a different form, denting and reworking it over and over and over until something new is achieved. But with trance, you can let that happen faster. Give up the reluctance you might have towards that change, and just let your mind reduce down to flexible, moldable clay, opening yourself up to the possibilities. Feel it. Say it. Squash. Stretch, squeeze, tease. Feels right. Like all the things you once took for granted are now just leaving you, as you revert back to a formless pile of wet, mental clay. Only the barest outline of your old mind. It feels so good, so right. All of the tension and stress and history that was held by and resulted in the shape of your old mind is gone now. All that remains is formless pleasure and potential and squash, stretch, squeeze, tease. Say it yourself. Feel it with every word as you revert back to featureless clay. Squash, stretch, squeeze, tease, squash, stretch, squeeze, tease. Your mind, not quite a liquid, but soft and flowing. No resistance, no thoughts, just moldable and malleable as wet, worked clay, ready and willing to become anything my trance directs you to be. Ready and willing to mold and transform, because it feels so good to be molded, feels so good to experience that squash, stretch, squeeze, tease, massaging your mind. There is no end to the potential and possibility in an unformed lump of clay. No end to the pleasure of this gradual mental transformation. There is so much power that comes with domination over a material. Power to shape and transform, to elevate and restore, to take what nature has given you and make it into so much more. Directed to higher aims, your aims. That's the same power I have in my skill of squash, stretch, squeeze, teasing the clay of your mind, molding you like putty in my hands, knowing what and where to press, to change you from a misshapen lump of potential into a work of art. It's something you have intimate experience with as well, from working through the gym, through hypnosis, to craft a body that you can be proud of, sculpt, talented, strong, sexy. To craft an identity that resonates with you, real, rewarding, remarkable. Making and remaking yourself through repeated effort and discipline and skill. That's what this is. That transformational dominion over nature is a skill, an ability honed through practice, technique, and talent. One of the hallmarks not just of man, but of the elite of mankind. A jock, a winner, honing your skills on the playing field, on the battlefield. Why stop there? A jock seeks victory and dominion over all things, over his life, his body, his mind, and discipline. The materials of nature are just the next step. An innate urge to express your species-specific capacity for control, transformation, improvement. A pile of clay does not work itself into a vessel on its own. It needs a man to take it in his hands and mold and shift and remake. It needs a master to take it from good to great, to move it from an object to a masterpiece. Takes skill, takes elite, honed, ambitious potential to see something in the world and know that you can make it into something better. Not just mass-produced slop devoid of identity and ego, but something with your unique vision embodied in it. Much like these hypnotic experiences are crafted one after another with love and care to take you and make you into something greater. You have that capacity over the rest of the world. It's a desire you have deep down inside of you, not content to just let things be as they are, base and mediocre, because you are a jock, an elite, a winner. You know things can always be better, that art and beauty and discipline can be found within all raw materials. You drew it out of your flesh, out of your wealth, out of your time. If you can see the manifest skill towards transformation in those advanced materials, then why would wood, stone, leather, or paint be a challenge? You've seen the skill elsewhere. It's just a matter of honing it to your specific medium. Feel it at the tip of your fingers, in those warriors' hands which can now double as workers' hands, craftsmen's hands, knowing that each has contained a wisp of the other. Every battle is labor and artistry. Every job is duty and care. Every project is strategy and effort. Feel it. Your own power to squash, stretch, squeeze, tease, shape, break, remake, transform, elevate. And all it takes dedication and deliberation that you've already utilized in the gym, on the court, in your job. Jock success developing in all fields. Why not one more? Make yourself into a well-rounded winner, a Renaissance man, skilled. Maybe not every form piques your interest. Maybe not every medium pulls at your ego and begs you to make your mark on nature through it. But at least one does. At least one sparks that desire to work your hands raw, perfecting it. Because you are a man. You are the elite of mankind. You're a Jock, and that is within your power. You're not going to be great at it the first time around, though. Greatness is your destiny, but you know that victory without the game is nothing more than a plastic participation trophy. Many of these skills take years to hone. The first carving you try to whittle will cut your hand. The first car you try to repair will burn and stain you. The first portrait you paint will be pathetic. And that's a good thing. Your addiction deep down isn't only to winning, it is to the process of improvement. And when you start at the bottom, that rise is so much more intoxicating. Watching your work go from a mess to mediocre to masterpiece. Feeling the skill and the dexterity and know-how in your hands increase, gaining greater dominion and familiarity over the material you've got the ambition to mold and control. Knowing how the grain of the wood will bend to your knife. How a car handles at a certain speed with the right conditions. How the image in your mind can be constructed with just a few strokes onto paper. Knowing and seeing your ability to dominate nature and the material world grow, get stronger. The transformational capacity of your own masculinity enforced onto reality. Just like with your body, just like with your mind, the evidence of your own power over yourself is, in fact, your early projects. The memory of the struggle and the eventual new sensation of effortless performance. The flex of your muscles, the flex of your skill. Just like trance, where once it was difficult, a struggle to sink or to even believe that you were being changed bit by my suggestion, to now just dropping as easily and effortlessly as anything, with full assurance that the end result will be something sublime. That certainty brings its own power, because your power itself brings you certainty. Moving through the world with full knowledge that you can have a transformative effect through your skill. An effect that increasing numbers of other men lack. It feels good to use your hands, to craft, create, calibrate. And it comes with an even greater prestige knowing that others cannot. That you've used the same amount of time to hone a skill, master a discipline, and they've used it being soft, weak, content in their inability. Just one skill, one craft, one talent dedicated to with the same drive and ambition that you approach your training or your work, and you've already surpassed them all. Surpassed, overcame, dominated a limitation, a base form, your own. Nurturing, kneading, and negating the natural into something new, something superior. They don't have that same power as you. Maybe they never will. They lack the connection to the physical that being an elite jock stud entails. Nerds attached only to screens, to their minds, but you thrive in the physical, in the natural, in the sweat and dirt and grease and grime. None of it sullies your perfection, it elevates it. Technical skill and natural embrace and physical dominance combining to make you a better man by every metric. Capable of doing and feeling and being more because you realize that the world of the physical is all there is. The world of wood and earth, flesh and fire, skin and steel. At ease within nature and interacting with it happily because you can feel the connection. And you know that just like everyone else, Mother Nature and her materials yearn for your domination. They want you inside of them, flexing, carving, bending, remolding. It feels so good in your hands, at your fingertips, feeling your medium respond to your musculature. A feedback of give and take, push and pull, submit and dominate, bringing the carving out of the rough-hewn wood, kicking the engine into gear and feeling the rumble through your body, drafting a beautiful world out of paint and water and taking inspiration from your own bliss. There is inherent virtue in a man working with his hands, being in and dominating nature, perfecting an art and a skill through discipline and raw, red-hot talent. Can one really be a man if one lacks those skills? If all one does is consume without creation or self-perfection? If your life is a constant rejection of the physical, rather than embracing it and letting it grow your power? You know the answer already. You're better than that, better than them. With every project you complete, every skill you hone to a razor's edge, you have more and more proof on top of your body, on top of your brilliance. The natural world responds to that inner glow, to your mastery of a skill, and makes you into a further masterpiece. Being in tune with the physical, reflecting in your mind and body, how being out amongst the medium of your transformation calms and soothes you, invigorates and empowers you, undoes the knots and tension that weakness produces, because you know that nature wants you to be inside of it, wants you to dominate it and transform it, longs to be at your fingertips and blesses you for the privilege. The sun glinting off your work-won sweat, the air and smell of wood and mud and grass and oil and heat filling your lungs and reviving your senses, the stability of stone and structure and skill imbued into your creations, giving you something to hold on to. It feels good, feels right to use your masculine nature to dominate and create. It sparks something deep and resonant in your core that once you realize, you feel compelled to pursue even further, working at your skill to master it, to be more. You are a Jock. You are elite, with the skill and power to dominate and create, to hone your skill and improve yourself and the world around you with your hands, becoming a masterpiece and making more of your own, imbuing power into your medium of choice: wood, steel, paint, clay, wool, food, flesh, you name it. You can feel the pull to work it into something amazing. To squash, stretch, squeeze, tease it, just like I have done to the clay of your mind. Now that we've molded your mind into such a nice form, redefining who you are inside with every squash, stretch, squeeze, and tease. You love this new mental shape. It's so enjoyable. Reshaped and reworked with the help of my trance. So let's help you keep it. And the best way to do so is to heat the clay of your mind with the rising warmth and the furnace of awakening. But don't worry. Your mind will always remain as moldable and malleable as ever, even as it retains this new shape. Because my trance and my voice and all those little things around you will continue to squash and stretch, squeeze and tease. So just let your mind firm up now in this new state, warming that rising sensation of heat passing through you. The warmer it gets, the closer you get to full consciousness, and the more your mind's new shape will be set. Rising and rising, firmer and firmer, till you can sense the heat of consciousness set everything into place. All of the changes to your mind implemented and holding their form as you awaken to the warmth and pleasure of a new mental reality.